Alright you guys, once again I'm bringing you guys to work with me, and today this is Jasmin Cadavid. She is an urban hip hop model and she came to Boston to do an appearance, and I was just so lucky enough to do hair and makeup for her. So as you guys can see right now, I'm taking the Urban Decay Brow Beater Eye Pencil in Warm Brown and I'm lightly filling in her brows. I didn't want to make them too dark, so that's why I'm going in with such a light pencil just to add some volume to it. Now I'm going in with my Coastal Scents Concealer Hot Pots, and I'm just using a kind of medium tone concealer. The concealer is a little bit darker than her complexion, but her foundation shade that she has is a lot darker than her face. So I'm going in with a little bit of a darker concealer just to sculpt and conceal the brows, just to make them look a little bit more freshly groomed. Now I'm using MAC's Soft Ochre as a base all over the lids, and I'm using it with a concealer brush from Morphe. I'm just applying it on the lids, and then I'm going to take my fingers to smooth out the product. For today's look, we're going in with a brown smoky eye, and for today's look I'm using the Morphe 35O palette. So I'm just taking a medium tone transition shade from the palette, which is a matte shade, and I'm going to use that in the crease of her eyes, blending that out. Next, from the Morphe 35O palette, I'm going in with more of a reddish brown, almost like a brick red kind of shade, and I'm using that to further define the crease in the outer V area. So as you guys can see, I'm applying that in a C shape in the crease and her outer V. Then I'm going to take a card or a piece of paper, you guys can use tape as well, and I'm going to take a dark kind of espresso brown, and I'm going to blend that out in the outer V, and then take a fluffy brush and blend it out so there's no harsh lines. And now I'm just going in with a brush from Morphe. It's just a clean blending brush, and I'm just going in the crease, making sure all those colors blend well. Now with a chunky eyeshadow brush from Morphe's, I'm going into that kind of pink champagne sparkly color in the Morphe 35O palette. You definitely know what color it is if you have this palette. I'm just packing this all over her mobile lid, as you guys can see. Then I'm going to take a card or a piece of paper once again. I'm going to take a stiff dome brush, and I'm going to go into a black, and this black is from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm just smoking this out on her outer V, once again further defining it and adding more depth to the whole look. And once again taking that clean blending brush and blending out any harsh lines, making sure everything is neatly blended and soft. Next, I'm going to take this e.l.f. foundation brush and I'm going to take the Makeup Forever smoothing primer, and I'm going to use this as a primer all over her face to fill in any pores and make sure the foundation goes on nice and smooth. Like I stated to you guys, her foundation that she uses the MAC Studio Sculpt, and her shade is really dark now. As she explained to me, she's way paler than she normally is. She's originally from Miami, so we're just going in with her particular foundation shade, even though it's dark, but we're going to blend it down her neck. And I actually travel with self tanner, so I'm going to apply self tanner later on in the video to her chest and everything to make sure everything blends out evenly. And I'm just blending this out with the Beauty Blender sponge, as you guys can see. Now I'm going to take these MAC concealer palette that I have, and this is in the quad that I'm using is in the deep shade. I'm going to take the lightest concealer in the palette, and I'm also going to take the yellow to add some brightness, and I'm going to use this to do her highlight and contour today. So I'm just applying it underneath her eyes in the triangle shape, doing the triangle of life. I'm also going to do her nose and chin with this, and I'm going to blend it out with the Beauty Blender sponge. And to set her highlight today, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier brightening powder, and I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to press this into her skin, and I'm going to blend it out until all the powder disappears. I like doing this method rather than the baking method of leaving it on for 20 minutes. I like just pressing the product directly into the skin so that it sets well. And you guys see, as I'm blending out the product, it gives her skin a more airbrushed and flawless look. Now for her contour today, I'm going to use my favorite Black Opal foundation stick in Hazelnut. I'm going to use this to contour the hollows of her cheeks, temples, forehead, and nose. And I'm going to blend this out with a mini dual fiber brush from Morphe brushes. And then I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender sponge and buff it out to make it look more airbrushed. She also requested that I snatch her nose to the gods, honey, so I'm taking this wide, chunky eyeshadow brush from Morphe Brushes, and I'm using a little bit of Becca foundation powder to blend out and sculpt her nose. Now for highlight today, I highlighted to the gods, honey. I used 3 different highlighters today. The first highlight that you see me using is the Bobbi Brown Pink Glow, and I'm just applying this to the highest points of her face. Then I'm going to go in with the MAC Extra Dimensional highlighter in, I believe it's called Superb. And then later on in the video, you guys are going to see me apply Becca's Champagne Pop as well, because I really wanted her skin to glow really nicely. She had an appearance tonight, as I stated before. She was making an appearance, but she also did a photo shoot right after I did her makeup in the hotel room as well. So I really wanted her skin to translate well when she took her pictures. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Gel Eyeliner, and I'm just going to wing out her top eyeliner, as you guys can see. And so I don't close off her eyes. I want her eyes to appear larger. I'm going in with the NYX Wonder Pencil in Light, and I'm using this for her bottom waterline to make her eyes appear a lot bigger. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking a pencil brush in that dark espresso brown that we used in her outer V, and I'm smoking that out on her bottom lash line. Next, what I'm doing, I'm using the same pencil brush, and I'm going into the Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm using that color Verve. That's my favorite inner tear duct highlight color for my clients, and I'm applying that in her inner tear duct to make her eyes pop more. As I told you guys earlier, I'm going in with the Becca Champagne Pop and adding more to her cheekbones to make it glow, honey. And for her cheeks today, I'm taking 2 Makeup Forever eyeshadows. I'm taking a pink and an orange shade, and I'm blending them together just to create my own little light blush shade. And then next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a dual fiber brush, and I'm going to take my Sasha Cosmetics foundation powders that I have in a set. As you guys can see, I will be doing a video on these soon, and I'm just going over her whole face to set the whole thing and warm up the skin, and also just blend everything together so everything is just smooth and seamless. And now what I'm doing is going in with a pair of my desired lashes. These lashes are in Fabulous Vixen, and I'm just applying these with a pair of tweezers. Next, what I'm doing, I'm taking some Dior Show mascara, and I'm using this mascara to help blend her natural lashes in with the falsies, and I'm also going to apply that on the top and the bottom. Now I'm taking this ColourPop liquid lipstick. I forget the shade it's in, I do apologize, but I'm taking this liquid lipstick and I'm applying it to her lips. I wanted to give her a natural kind of lip color, And then next what I'm going to do is go in with an NYX lip pencil, and I believe the shade is an antique pink, and I'm going to outline her lips. She does not like the feeling of matte lipstick, so then I'm going to go back in with a Marc Jacobs lip gloss to add some shine and smoothness to the lips. And to complete the look, I'm setting her face with the Scandinavia setting spray. Just gonna let that set, and we're gonna move on to hair. As you guys see, her hair is already pinned up. I already wand curled her hair before I started her makeup. I wand curled her hair with the Numis curling wand. I used the medium barrel. So what I did was curl away from her hair, and then I pinned it up, so while I was doing her makeup, the curls will set and it'll give a really nice full curly look. I applied a little bit of argan oil to my hands, and I'm going to separate the curls and style as you guys can see. There you have it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure that you thumbs up this video. Remember to always rate, comment, subscribe. Jessica was super nice. If you haven't heard of her, check out my Instagram page and follow her on IG. But as always, you guys, have a nice and wonderful day. Bye.